Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. That was on Rap Fix. Man, that was on Rap Fix. It was the first streaming live show of its kind, and she was the biggest artist to come on that show and help launch it and make it historical to this point. We talking Grammy Award winnings, songwriter, TV personality, fashionista, trendsetter, the one and only, the iconic. Give it up for Lil Kim, ladies and gentlemen. Kim!
Hey, Kim!
Hey, it's always a pleasure. Oh my goodness.
Come on.
Sway, you already know. You're a family.
Yeah, you know, Kim and I, man, I'll never forget we sat on the plane next to each other and rode a whole plane. And it was just an amazing, you know, Kim, I never even talked, we touched on it, but man, that was an amazing moment for me, you know, to sit on the plane with you that entire time. And then we just really chopped it up as people, you know what I mean? And I thought that was yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Kim.
Yeah, no, it was a real cool moment.
Yo, what did you think of me?
Wow.
I thought you were the best sitting partner on the plane to be sitting next to.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like,
I wouldn't want no one else sitting there.
You felt safe. Wow.
Yes.
It's good to hear your voice. So much has been going on for you recently. And I really just want to, I'm curious to how did you because I follow you on Instagram, and during the pandemic, it looked like you were having a lot of fun. So.
Well, you know, I mean, it's a pandemic, so it's not always fun. You know what I mean? In a pandemic, you kind of have to make the best out of, you know, what you can and what you got. I'm blessed, very blessed beyond, and, you know, God is always keeping his hand on me, and that's how I make it through, because in this climate with the pandemic, you better stay close to God. That's how for me, it's like, you know, you really have to stay healthy and prayed up, and, you know.
I didn't realize I guess I never even asked you about it, but how has faith played a role in your life? Did you grow up going to church a lot? Religious person?
Well, you know, it's so funny because, I mean, I went to church a lot, but not like I wasn't, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
But like when I became when I was a teenager, my father, he was engaged to actually a preacher's daughter. He was engaged to this woman. I'll never forget, her name was Sheila. And we used to have to go to choir rehearsal and everything. We could take Bible study, everything. I mean, and that wasn't, you know, us. We were teenagers. We wanted to be in the street.
Yeah. The street was your church.
Yeah.
Learn a lot.
The church of the streets.
It sure was.
Wow.
I'm not like the you know, super kumbaya, you know, religious person, but I definitely keep my faith.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's good to hear. Lil Kim is here with us. We're going to be talking about American Gangster Trap Queens, premiering tonight on BT. She's the narrator of season 2. You do such an excellent job. I want to get to that. But when I hear you talk about growing up as a teenager, I think of your daughter, you know, who's amazing as well. She got so much personality. Does it make you nervous that she's going to do some of the things you did as a teenager?
I'm dead.
I mean, oh Jesus! Let's hope not. Some of the things I did, I don't even know if it's still on the menu to do these days.
They'll find a remix to it. Trust.
Yeah, we did some different stuff when we was coming up, but you know, I don't know. You know, my baby definitely is. She is a superstar already. Like, she loves TikTok. She loves to dance. She loves to sing. She loves to rap. Like, she's a little, that's my mini me for real. Aww. And I vouch to never be a hypocrite to her. You know what I mean? Whatever she wants to do, you know, I'm a supporter. I'm going to give my suggestions. And, It's I would hope like she does things differently than I did. But
Mm-hmm.
I would never deter her away from her dreams if she wanted to be a superstar. She wanted to be a singer, whatever. You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just
because
like her
I
mom.
mean, huh? Yep,
That's
just
not.
like her mother. Yeah, you should see her. She really thinks she's me.
Yeah, no, no. I see her. She's so charismatic, and she's not scared of the
Yes.
camera. I tell you,
Mhm.
Kim, my daughter's 22 now, so it's different. I can't tell her
Yeah.
to. I can't tell her what to do if I wanted to. Um,
Facts.
and she's solid, But early in her life, I was a little hesitant to putting her on social media. Like I can handle whatever they
Mm,
bring, but I didn't want my daughter to be
mhm.
subjected to that. Did you have any apprehension about showing your daughter on social media, and how has that turned out?
Um. Yeah. Only because as a mom, as a parent, you're just always going to be protective over your baby. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And yeah, I definitely, even to this day, sometimes like, you know, um, because people are just, people are. You just don't know. You know what I mean? People
Hmm.
are crazy out here. It's all
Facts.
kinds of things. I remember one time, and it wasn't even just on social media, but I mean, I thought I could go shopping with her by myself, and
Hmm.
and she was a baby, and she was in the stroller, in the carriage, and this girl came up to me and was like, "Oh my God, little Kim! Oh my God, is that Royal Rain?" And she like went straight for her, like
Uh-huh.
went to grab her out of the stroller.
Wow.
I lost it. I snapped. I ain't gonna lie, I snapped. I'm like, what? Like, what possessed a person to do that?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
some
Mhm.
people, like, your fans sometimes just feel like they know you and they can do anything. And I was just like, and she looked at me like, oh my God, oh, I'm sorry, but that's your baby. Be
Yep.
protective.
Yeah, but
Mama bear
Yeah,
instincts.
that's a lot of
yeah.
gall to pick up somebody baby out the baby carriage, though. Who does that?
In her mind, she was
He-
Right.
auntie.
yeah, the hell
Yes. Who
who
does
does
that?
that?
Like that's crazy.
That's
I
crazy.
mean, like as if it was her baby. Like you just went straight. I'm like,
Wow.
what?
She ain't changed no diaper. She wasn't there when you was changing diapers. That ain't her
Nope.
baby.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, shoot. That was crazy.
Yeah,
But
man.
I'm really, really proud of my baby. She does really, really good in school. I had to, get up and go to school with her the other morning, and she got 100 on everything and A plus. She's really, really, she's very, very smart, and she's focused, and that's all I want. She's
Hmm.
smart. She knows the difference. You know.
Facts.
She gonna come up in a good
Yeah.
time too. Let me tell you why. And then Tracy G, I'm gonna let you jump in because
Mhm.
my daughter came up at a time when, let's say, she got in. President Obama really inspired a lot of kids, black kids, people,
Yeah.
Mhm.
kids of color. When he
Mhm.
remember that when he was coming into office, it was like, wow, what the hell is we never thought we'd see that. My grandmother said I never thought I'll see a black man as president. So my daughter, the
Mhm.
majority of her childhood, she grew up seeing that.
Yeah.
8 years, a black
Mhm.
man president.
Yeah.
So she didn't grow up seeing what I saw.
That
Now
was her normal.
that was her normal. Your daughter will get to know a black woman as vice president, right?
Mhm.
And I saw
That's
when Biden and Harris won that you posted that on your Instagram. To you, how important is this? Kamala Harris being a vice president.
Let me tell you how important this is, and I don't know if you would remember this, but many years ago, when I was kind of first coming out as an artist, she was one of the women activists that was against me
Kamala was
being a
okay.
yeah, she was against me being a feminist. You know, um, she was one of the ones. When I first came out, Sway, like that hardcore poster
Yeah.
was like it was everywhere, and it was the biggest thing ever, and people were obsessed with this poster.
Mhm.
And as well as they were obsessed with it, there were a lot of people who were offended by it for whatever reason.
Mhm.
And she was one of those people. And, she said some, not so nice things about me, whatever. But for me, it was so important.
Oh, damn. Shit, her line just cut out.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay, ay.
The
Whoa.
crux.
Damn. Her line just hung up.
Wow. Right at the cliff.
What the? Man, give Kim a round of applause for that cliffhanger. Man, that was some radio. I couldn't even wrote that shit. Oh, my
I was
God.
like,
And then? I think I got my sister back. Queen, you there?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
here.
Hey!
hell of a cliffhanger.
Yo, we was talking about Kamala Harris, and then you said this is important, that she, when you came out with the hardcore poster, that you got a lot of backlash. And I was asking you about
Yeah. But, long story short, even though she was that way to me, I will never be that way to the first black woman vice president. I don't even care about, what her reasonings were at the time. Doesn't even matter. Like, her being the first black woman vice president is just a huge stepping stone for us as women, and a huge, just change in life, period. So I'm very happy for her, and I supported her, and I supported the president on my page. So,
There it is. Lil Kim.
Yeah.
All right. You got, supported Biden and Harris. Tracy G is here. She a big fan, Kim. I know she got some questions
Always been. Happy we could get you back on the line, Kim. I was just thinking about how you will forever be celebrated, past, present, future, for so many things. Lyricism, for aesthetic, obviously, just the way that you carry yourself, your persona. And then it hit me when you mentioned your daughter and TikTok. And I was like, yo, we also got to talk about the iconic Quiet Storm dance. The Quiet Storm dance has become iconic, bruh.
I love you.
With the squat with the arms out, like the amount of people who attempt to do it on TikTok, on Instagram. So I need the story, Kim. I need the story behind the classic Quiet Storm dance. Please, the floor is yours.
I don't even understand how this became a thing. Like I don't understand it. It's the craziest thing. But I did a show in Philly. I think it was years ago, Chris, and that part always has been a breakdown part for me. Mm-hmm. In the video, like, people don't even know this. This is the first time I'm ever saying this. So you guys have an exclusive.
Oh, snap. Okay.
But, I was a huge Method Man fan. And one thing that I always used to say was, like, he had the illest bounce in the game. And so in the video, I do this, like, I clap my hands and I, like, shake my hands together. It was something that Method Man used to always do, and I used to love that that dance he used to do. So I used to I did that in honor of him, and because he has the illest bounce. He had the illest bounce to me. Like, his bounce was so crazy. So I did that, and then after that, he was so tall. People don't know how tall he is. He's very tall, and he would have to kind of when he bounced, he had this bounce that kind of made him a little shorter because he was so tall, and then he blended in with his group. But for me, I had to kind of make it my own. Because I'm just the opposite. He's so tall. I'm so short. I'm so petite and tiny. Mm-hmm. So I had to come up. So I kind of just did that little dance, and then I come up. But it's like it's just something on the breakdown on that beat that I just wanted to like give something different. But yeah, that's my little dance.
Man.
Listen,
I don't understand how that became a thing though. That's so crazy.
You know what it is? It's hard not to look at. You know what I mean? Like it's something when you start doing it.
It's a moment.
It's a moment every time you do it though. Like cuz it feel like you go into a zone though.
Yes.
What do you be thinking? Like what are you looking at when you're doing that dance, Kim? Like it looked like you in a zone like by yourself. Like
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm like, well, what is she
I don't
thinking?
know. It's the breakdown. It's the breakdown. I be
Breakdown.
breaking it down. That's it. The beat just grabs me at that point. Still to this day, it's like a new song every time I perform it.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
It goes hard. Wow. We talking with Lil Kim, American Gangster, the Trap Queens premiering tonight. This is an amazing series. I want to get into that, but first, Ray from Michigan is on the line. Ray, say what up to the legend. We got
Hey,
Lil
Ray.
Kim right here.
Hey, what up? How you doing?
Hi,
What's
Ray.
up?
What's up, Ray?
So I just wanted to say that Lil Kim, you worked with my sister on the VO for Trap Queens. I'm gonna withhold her name, but she was the one who and I just want to say that you did such a great job. I was listening to a lot of your VOs when I was working from home. And,
So wait,
here,
who
and so I just want to
Say her name.
Andrina.
Oh my gosh, she's the best. When I tell you, like her and I, we actually know each other from like Bad Boy days. She worked.
Yep.
Yeah, with Puffy.
Yeah.
So, and then when we reconnected, it was like we never left. She makes me laugh. We be laughing. We be we be working and laughing at the same time.
Oh, I heard. I was home. I was just in the other room. I was the one who said, "Bring it like the Quiet Storm remix." That's the one. That's so when she was like, she's like, yeah. So for you to you just did a phenomenal job, and I just listened to it, and everybody's gonna be really happy about Trap Queen. She worked as she's a producer, actually supervising producer, I think, on this job. You guys can see it. She promotes it. But yeah, I just simply want to say that I never called in to Sway in the morning. But yeah,
dope.
Well, I appreciate you, Ray. Like I really do, and it was different for me. I've done voiceovers before because Sway. I don't know if you remember this, but I did a cartoon with Bernie Mac and Adam Sandler before he passed away. And it was called Little Pimp.
I remember that. Yeah. Well,
You remember that?
I remember that. Yeah. That's right.
It was so fun. I mean, it was so many people in that movie. It was like Ludacris, Outkast, Carmen Electra. It was a lot of us in that movie. And it's funny because I started off with a little small role because I was like on the road at the time. I was just, super lit and moving. And I only had a little bit of time to dedicate, but they loved the role of Sweet Chiffon so much that they started writing me back in. And that's how I ended up being a big part of that, Little Pimp. And so this is very different. Trap Queens is very different because it's serious. We're talking about women's lives that, who really risk their lives and have a lot in common with a girl like me from the hood. It's intense. It's intense.
It's very intense. Yeah. Hey, Ray, tell your sister she did an excellent job, Ray. And we appreciate her.
I will.
Okay, take care. You're a citizen, brother. Kim, I watched the story of Perion Roberts. I never knew who she was, and then, she was at self-proclaimed the first queen of the South, because this was a woman who was a highly educated woman. very disciplined, God loving, came up in a decent household and had parents. Her mother and her grandmother were very strict. And she met men in the streets that kind of influenced her to start learning how to sell weed, then cocaine,
Yep.
and then she ended up being the queen pin and having a relationship with the Mexican cartel. And Kim,
Yep.
she
And
says
her whole life got turned upside down right at that very moment.
right at the very. Did you meet her at all, or you just
I
did the
didn't.
VO?
I did not get to meet the girls yet.
Mm-hmm.
So with help, we'll talk more probably later about it. But moving forward, we might want to do something like that. You know what I mean? Because these women are inspiring too. Because some of these women, they turn their life around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and so, someone gave me, and I'm starting using this a lot. These women are they're the three V's. The villain, because they were villains. And they were villains, but at the same time, they became victorious. With a vengeance. So these women carry those three V's. So it's people, girls from the hood watching this story. Maybe a girl from the hood, I'm pretty sure, will be relating to a lot of these girls' story, and maybe they could save some of these girls' lives, and save these girls from going through the harsh struggles that they went through.
Absolutely, I agree. Perion Roberts ended up going to jail, and last time she went to jail, she picked up law and she started helping people behind bars, pressing lawsuits against the prison, and eventually they let her out. Gave her a second chance, and she's been on that track ever since, and I think that's amazing.
Me too.
Yeah, and that's why I said these girls, they're kind of, in some sort of way, heroes, and their stories are very, very interesting and amazing at the same time. And I think, it's funny because when I was coming home from my situation, a few of my girlfriends that I kept in touch with that are my sisters to this day, we always said that we wanted to kind of open a kind of like a, I don't know, maybe like a center that helped women get back on their feet. Get back on their feet after prison, because a lot of people don't know how hard it is for some of these women, especially they have children. You know what I mean? And it's a hard thing sometimes for women to just get back into it. Even me, this big mega star celebrity, whatever, you would think I can come and okay, everything's good, but mentally, even it's something that you have to jump back into and figure out on your own, and it's not that easy, and I'm pretty sure my sister Remy would probably say the same thing. You learn your way because we smart girls, we're not stupid, but but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Remy went through that rough patch too, just trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, that part is interesting. Like, I got a lot of friends. The only time my experiences have been through visiting folks, but I know I got a lot of people who signed up into the military and went overseas and came back, a little stressed out with PTSD and so on and so forth. And they needed help to transition from that military life back to civilian life, and I think that's the same thing that happens when people spend time away. They need help to transition from that mindset to get back into the way of thing. You agree with that, Kim?
I totally agree with that because that's exactly what I'm saying. I
Mm-hmm.
totally agree with that. Like when people have to go away to prison, people are given different times for a reason. Some people may say, "Oh, this person only did 3 months. This person only did 6 months." Well, guess what? God only gives a certain person, what they're going to handle. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That
Right.
3 months might have been like a whole 2 decades for somebody away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
You know,
yeah, man.
different people can withstand different things. You know what I mean? One person might have did, 5 or 10 years and might not, it might not have been as bad for the person who might have did only a month.
Ah, damn, the line cut out again, yo.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yay, yay, yay.
What the
Why is
hell?
Kim line keep cutting out? Who's her service? I gotta ask Kim. What's her service? Lil Kim is back. Hey Kim,
Yes,
I got an
yes.
important question. Who's your phone service?
Oh my goodness. I think my phone service might be Mattel.
Jeez, man.
I don't
Hilarious.
know what's going on.
Yo, but your
My,
phone be dropping right at the best parts too. It's
I
like,
know this
ooh,
is crazy.
like,
Somebody don't want the world to hear this.
yeah, that's right. That's what happened with truth. They try to hold it back. They don't want you
Yeah,
to hear the truth.
that's true.
Can't stop it though.
Yeah,
Be
But
back.
yeah.
you were saying something really interesting about people adjusting to coming out, and
Mhm.
Mhm.
different folks could take on it different things, and God.
Yeah, I think the last thing I was seeing was I remember this clearly. There was a woman. It was around New Year. It was New Year's, and she was boohoo crying. And I think she only had like 6 months, or whatever. But she was boohoo crying, and she was like, And I said to her, I was like, "Girl, why are you crying?" I was like, "It's another year down. It's another year you closer to your freedom." You know what I mean? And so I was just like, because New Year's did not bother me.
Hmm.
Christmas didn't bother me. I was inside for every holiday, mind you. I was
Hmm.
inside for Halloween, Easter, New Year's, Christmas. The only holiday that bothered me was Thanksgiving because I'm very family orientated. So that got to me. But I said to this woman, I'm like, "You're a year closer to your freedom, girl. Like, why are you crying?" And she was like, "You know what?" She was tearing, and then I think I either walked away or I went to do something, and she came over to me like maybe 5 minutes later, and she said, "You know what, Kim? I was boohoo crying when I came in here, but then I just was looking at you, and you was just handling this like." And I said, "If little Kim could be in here handling her bed like a G, what the heck am I crying for?"
Mm.
That's true, right?
Wow.
That's what she said, and I was happy to be able to be of inspiration to someone
Yeah,
because
yeah,
So it's just that's why I'm saying like some people just it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I'm little Kim. I had more time than this woman, but this woman for her that was like a lifetime for her.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You
Well,
know.
you Lil Kim, but you can't take the word Lil lightly. You know
Nope.
what I mean? So it's much more to that small package. They say big things come in small packages. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's
And
right.
you
Yep.
know, it was good to hear about that, Kim. And you could take pride in this, because you inspire people consistently to this day, especially in the music business and music entertainment. Some folks don't even know why they do what they do, and that you did it first, right? Number one. And so that feminism also empowered people and continues to empower people, and to see that even under those circumstances, which may seem like the worst time of anybody's life, being, locked up, you were able to still inspire folks and give hope, man. It's that, how does that make you feel?
Yeah.
Even
I asked. Mhm.
no, go ahead. How does that make you feel?
it made me feel like extra extraordinary. Like it made me feel extra extraordinary. I mean, I feel good when I roll around the world touring and touching people, and people are crying and they're happy, and they're crying just because, this is tears of joy for them. But that was even more, it was just as rewarding,
Mm-hmm. Wow, Lil Kim is
Yeah.
here. And then also, we even talk about Pretty Little Thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Her
You
So
know,
my
collabo.
collection, yes, my collection is out now with Pretty Little Thing, and I was very happy. I mean, we did so well. It was received very well, and it was a long time coming for me.
mm-hmm. You are you? Was this a lifelong dream? Like you did this collaboration with this line, but it's like it's your line.
Oh yeah, this is a much way overdue. It's a lifelong dream of mine. What I wanted to be recognized as was a real designer, and a real designer stays true to that collection. I'm Little Kim. Yeah, there's outfits that I have in mind that I want to make that are like OMG, like some of them are like, fabulously outrageous. But I also, wanted to keep in sync with PLT's following and
Uh-huh.
PLT's consumers. That's important to me. That's why Marc Jacobs is one of my favorite. He's also my best friend, but he's
Mm-hmm.
also one of my favorite designers because he stays true to whatever line he is creative directing. He's great at that. And then when you go to his line, he does his own thing. And a Marc Jacobs line versus a Louis Vuitton line. That's what I want to be able to do for other companies and as well as my own. And that's how that's how I would define myself as a true designer.
I love it. Lil
Me
Kim is with
too.
us, man. Listen, Kim, it's a lot of people on the phone lines they're saying, I just want to thank her. I just want to thank her. You mind taking a
Aww.
few? I'll go through them
Of,
fast. You okay
of
with that?
course.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
okay with that. This is awesome.
All right,
Aw.
great. We're gonna go to Kansas. We got Mary. Mary, you on the line with Lil Kim, Mary. How
Hey
you doing?
Mary.
Hey, I am doing great.
Hi, Mary.
Hey, I'm just so
Hi,
excited to even be
Layla.
talking to you, little Kim. You are inspiration. You are the queen bee, and that's real talk. You legendary.
Thank
You are
you.
number
Thank
one. That's
you.
real.
Wow, that's
Thank
what's.
you so much. I really appreciate that from the heart.
Hey, Mary, and make sure you watching American Gangster Trap Queens tonight on
Yes.
PET. You gonna watch that,
Yes.
Mary? You gonna watch it?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Anything dealing with little Kim, I'm on it.
Aw.
Oh, thank
That's
you. I
love.
love these women's stories. It's going to be very interesting as well. You're going to really enjoy it. Like, and it's good.
Yeah.
Really good, Mary. You're a citizen, Mary.
That's
Thank you
Sway in
for
the
your
morning.
call. Okay, we're gonna go to Illinois. We got Akia on the line. Hey, Akia.
Hey Akia.
Hi, Akia.
I just want you to know. Oh, hey, I just want you to know. I just love you. The world loves you. You are number one. Like no one. You are legendary. You are the bomb. Like
Yeah.
I just love you.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love you back. Thank you so much. That warmed my heart.
There you go.
Aw.
Akia, you a citizen,
That's
okay?
Sway in the morning.
You're a citizen, Akia. You know, we give out
Aw.
citizenships, Kim. We make them citizens of the show.
Okay.
All
Yep.
right. You
Okay,
know what
I
we
like that. I like that.
do. Let's go to Georgia, man. Salute to Georgia. Georgia, you number one in my book. Art, what up, brother? Turn your radio down. Art, you there?
All right.
Okay, you got
Hey, how you doing, Queen Bee?
Hi, how are you?
My question real quick is, have you been asked to do a versus, and if so, with who? And would you do it?
Wait, hold on, Wesley. Wait, hold on, bro. Okay, so has she been asked to do a versus, and if so, with who?
So if I did a versus, I don't know. I mean, I always said me and my sister Missy we would do a really fun verses just because I think
Ah.
it should be fun. Yeah, it's celebration. It's celebration of catalogs and good music, and
Mm.
I really just I feel like her and I, because my sister, she did some things,
Mm.
our catalog together would just be a big party,
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. And
fun.
especially
It'd be
it'd be
fun.
fun, especially what y'all collabed on. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
songs
yeah,
y'all could do those things together as well. It'd be amazing, Kim, because you are who you are, and that thing was shut down
yeah.
streaming records. So
Facts.
have you been
Quick.
approached?
Aw.
Have you been approached?
Well, Swiss Beats is he's like family. So I was speaking to him all the time during the verses. And
Okay.
it's he's funny. I wish you could talk to him. He was like, Kim, it's dudes that don't want to go with you.
Come
I was
on, man.
like, why?
You, why? You got bangers. Come on. Which album do you want to pick
And the
from?
fan base is crazy.
Come
That's
He
the
was
on.
thing
like,
too.
nobody wants to go with you. And I was like, nobody wants to play with me.
That's a different answer.
And he was like,
You crazy.
yo, sis, I tried. But, he's like, it's hard to get people. But it's like, I don't know if it was a dude, like, who would I go with? You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
but there's some guys out there that really would, be super tough competition with me, like 50 Cent. Like, come on, like
Hmm.
his catalog is super dope. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
50.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
that
he
ain't
came to
He,
mind for me too. That's interesting.
50 came to mind for
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
that's
I don't
so
know if it's
crazy
just
because
like
that's so,
New York type of thing too. I feel like the
Hmm.
yeah.
combos would be good.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
I wouldn't. I don't think I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to go with him, and I know he probably wouldn't want to go with me because it's just we have too much. We have a lot of history, and then our music is kind of. I don't know. It's weird. We make sense, but then and again, it doesn't make sense. I don't know.
No, I
You don't
feel
know.
you.
I get it. I get. Did you watch the Bay
Yeah,
Area Too Short and E40 versus? Did you watch that?
I missed it. I
Oh.
forgot. I missed it. I was so mad, but I saw all the clips afterwards, and I
Hmm.
saw everybody like cussing Too Short out for not playing the
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, why you didn't play the first? Why you didn't-" Even E40 was like, hey, you wildin' for the wobble, you wildin'.
No.
You should have played Little Kim verse. But no, and it's funny because me Too Short has the best stories
Uh-huh.
about us recording. It's so funny. Like I would love to hear him tell those stories again because he's so funny when he tells it.
He's
But
hilarious.
he tells a story about, and I want him to tell it because he tells it so good and so funny. But he tells a story about when he first wanted me to come and be on a record, and he thought that he was sending for me to come and do the record, and Biggie got off the plane.
Oh my gosh.
And I never knew that that's what happened. Like, I never knew. Because I guess Biggie was like, okay, he tells the story, and it's so funny. Like, wait, like, what you sending for Kim for?
Yo, how real was that? Big came off the plane. Wow. And you never knew that.
No, I didn't know. I mean, I heard something of a fact of, him, like, being, I guess, like, jealous of that Too Short wanted to do this song with me, but that was funny. When I actually heard Too Short tell the story, oh, it was just hilarious. Next time you talk to him, you gotta get him to tell that story because it's funny.
Oh, that's my family too. We Oakland dudes. So
Yes,
yeah. So
but he was. Yeah, I know you guys are like that's like your Oakland night.
yeah, man, we got it. Hey, do you remember the actually recording the verse though? Actually getting into the session with Short.
Yeah, I remember it because I love that beat so bad. And it's funny because Big had just did he did the song he had just did the song with Bone Thugs and Harmony. He was working on that song, and he was working on it. And I was in the studio, and I had heard him, and he was like doing that flow, and I jacked it. I'm not gonna lie, I jacked the flow a little bit. I liked it that much. I had to jack the flow a little bit, but I made it my own, and I just put a little bit of that flow inside of the Too Short. Everybody the Queen getting down dirty. There's only.
Oh, the phone just cut out. Damn it. Are you kidding me?
Three's not a charm. Lil Kim.
Kim, you are the master. You are the mistress of suspense, yo.
Yes.
I mean, damn. Yo, every time you about to hit the home run out the park in the line, and then the phone cuts out, man.
Yes, every time. It never fails. Every time.
Wow.
OMG. I think, that's my management's connection. They used Toys R Us.
Right, they use the Christmas gifts.
Oh man. So see now, okay, so let me ask you this. So you were saying that in this flow, in your second verse on Call Me. Let me play this a little bit.
Tell me what you want. I'll tell you what I need. Fuck me till I bleed. Usher, I'm about to OG.
Yo, okay, all right, wow.
Yo,
you can fuck me till I bleed. Damn, that's a powerful line right there, Kim.
Oh my god.
Don't get embarrassed now. That was a powerful line. So Notorious Thugs was the song that Biggie did with Bone Thugs and Harmony, and they had that flow in there. And you said you took a little bit of that flow and made it your own?
Yeah, I did, because I love that song. Like, I just love that flow, and I just love that song. And I always wanted to use that style, you know what I mean? Because I was always known for flipping my style. And for me, it was just perfect to come in on it a little bit. And everybody was going crazy when I did it. And I was just like, yep, that was the one. That was it.
That was the line. There's only one ghetto queen with a guillotine. Real bitch that carry
gats by the spleen. Nah, I mean,
yeah, that's that line right there. Oh man, you was deep in that pocket. I love that. I love that. That's one of the things I like the collaboration, especially when folks from different parts of the country would come together. And that was a moment for folks. You know what I mean? Like, especially in Cali.
Yeah.
That was a big moment, man. That was
a big moment. And, there's a classic picture of me and Short actually in the booth. And you see me, I have a pad and a pen. And he's, like, sitting across from me, I think, or on the couch or something. And I got a pad and a pen. And we just focused. You know what I mean? It's a classic picture. I wish I could find that picture, because I come across it every now and then. And it gives me memories. I'm like, dang, I remember. Because I was, like, blessed to be in such demand that I always had to write right on the spot. So anybody who questioned it, once I work with them, they'd be like, oh, no. Swiss Beats always clears that up. Like, oh, she gets busy, Okay,
that's dope.
Yeah, so I just remember just sitting there and just like, that flow was all that was in my mind. I couldn't get it out.
That's an ill ass flow, Kim.
Word up.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have to do. I think you got to do like a series of conversations maybe with us, because I feel like we could talk all day.
Yeah, so many stories.
Yeah,
history lessons.
Yes, the next one, I guess, because I know we probably do something Zoom or something and make it fun.
Okay.
But I could talk to you all day, Sway. You already know.
Oh, it's all love, Kim. I
guys.
Appreciate you. I appreciate your contributions to the culture continuously. I appreciate who you are today and who you're moving towards being tomorrow. I'm looking forward to this future that you've been crafting with DO work, with fashion lines.
Yes.
This is amazing. Motherhood, all of these great things. Seeing you happy at home makes me happy.
It's a blessing. I really do feel like the next level of my life just began, and I really feel like my life really is just beginning. Like it's funny because this is a good question. Like, people always ask me, like, when is the moment like you feel like you just made it and you just, like feel like I've really accomplished everything and I was like, I never had that moment. I never really had that moment. Don't get me wrong. I have accomplished some amazing things, and I'm very proud of my catalog. I'm proud of my career and all the things that, I have done, but I feel like I've never really got to tell my story. I've never really got to I've only had, think about it, I've only had, 5 albums, you know? You would think, me, because I started as oh God, let me find out. The phone hung up again?
No, we here. Come on.
I'm waiting for that phone. I'm waiting for the quietness to come.
Me too. We just listening. I don't want to interrupt you before it does hang up. Shit.
Right. Exactly. But I feel like I've never told my story. And you will be seeing me again because I got some interesting things that I'm working on right now that everybody's gonna be very happy about. I'm working with some interesting people. But like, again, I never really felt like I've had that moment where, like, some people I know some people in the industry, some my celebrity friends who feel like, if it was all over for them today or tomorrow, they would feel pretty accomplished. They'd be like, look, I did a lot. But for me, I would feel so underaccomplished. I would feel so incompleted. There's so much to me people just don't know. There's so much that I haven't gotten able to do. And there's so much of my brand that I haven't gotten able to share. I feel like I've always been so, how can I say it, so shielded and protected, and so like I've never really been able to come out of my shell, and then now I'm finally being able to do it, kind of,
And you wouldn't even imagine that, right? People wouldn't even know that you felt that way, considering how much you've done. So listen, when you start telling that story, we would love to either be listeners and hearing it, spectating it, or we'll love to help you facilitate that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you can always come up to here, have the B loves you, Tracy G love you, I love you.
Absolutely.
Let's get it.
I love you too. I love you too. You guys are just awesome.
Aww.
My gorgeous girlfriend.
Yes, indeed, man. Come on. Kim, listen, I want to thank you for being on. I know this was supposed to be a 25-minute convo. We did a whole hour.
Wow.
Wait, we never have a 20-minute
conversation. It just ain't gonna happen, yo. It just ain't gonna happen. Come on, man. Kim, keep it going. Everybody watch American Gangster Trap Queens tonight on BET. Follow Lil Kim.
Yes.
Come on, man.
And don't forget, shop Pretty Little Thing, Little Kim Collection, and Pretty Little Thing, Little Kim times Pretty Little Thing. I mean, it's affordable. That's what I'm most proud of, too. In this climate, you still want to look pretty because all you have now is your look, But you want to be smart with the climate that we in. So affordable clothing and,
Pretty Little Thing.
So,
there it is.
Yeah.
Love you, Kim. Okay. Have a beautiful day.
I love you guys. Okay, you too.
All right, Lil Kim, y'all. Lil Kim, the icon.
Love you, Kim.
The icon, Lil Kim.
Love you too, my love.
Take care. All right. Wow.
All right.